Bring our spirits from the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox, June 30th, 2023. Our long schooling. Why is reincarnation necessary? Why do we come back for short excursions of perhaps 70 or 80 years instead of, let us say, living one very long lifetime, or perhaps 1,000 or even several thousand years? The explanation lies in man's reluctance to adopt new ideas and adopt himself to changing conditions. In each new experience, however, he wants to do things in new ways. Then, as the year of his maturity go by, the strong race suggestions all around him gradually get their way. He begins to acquire vested interests mentally in the status quo. The only remedy when crystallization sets in is to remove him from the earth plane altogether, send him to the etheric planes for rest, reflection, assimilation, and general adjustment, and then bring him back once more as a baby to experience a new youth and a new period of true spiritual production. I really believe that. There are other reasons why multiple lives are necessary. You need to develop every side of your character. You need to learn lessons of discipline and self-restraint. You need to learn to use authority in the right way. You need to learn the lesson of getting on with other people. You must also learn to be alone. You must learn to bear failure and disappointment with fortitude, and you must learn to stand success without allowing your head to be turned. You have to learn both patience and the lessons of enterprise and adventure. Above all, you have to move about in time and space so that you may learn that nothing God made is really foreign or separate. And this could not be done in one lifetime. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Christ. Galatians 3:24. To bring us unto Christ, in my spiritual practice and in my belief system, that means to bring myself unto the Christ and into relationship with the Christ within me. Christ consciousness, spirit, soul, love, God, Buddha, Allah. I know there are so many other terms that are not coming into my mind right now. I was born into a very large family. There's 7 children, and within the span of 12 years. My mother is a dynamic doer of a woman. By the time it was 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, we were all up, fed, ready for school. She had dinner started, and she had probably done 5 loads of laundry. As we got older, she also volunteered and was extraordinary at accomplishing and getting things done. My experience of her gifts was that I felt neglected and unseen and unimportant, and that I didn't matter and that I wasn't enough. That's the meaning that I assigned to myself in relationship with my mother. None of that is the truth. I lived with those meanings for a very long time and crucified and blamed my mother for my hardships a lot. Now, our relationship did need to be redefined as I got sober and had my near-death experience as I became a grown-ass woman of my own accord. That's natural and normal. It was when I was about 10 years, having lived alcohol-free for 10 years, that I did some internal work and I realized that I was still blaming my mother. And a woman said to me, whom I was doing some work with, that it's time for you to forgive your mother for not being the mom that you needed and wanted and deserved her to be for you. I was imprisoning myself and holding my mother hostage to the fear-based meanings that I had assigned myself. To myself. That I had assigned to myself about myself. And it was time for me to choose different meanings about myself, different beliefs and perceptions about myself with the help of my spirit within me. And I did. And I forgave my mother for not being the mother that I needed and wanted and deserved her to be for me. For my ego. Because I truly believe my soul agreed, and my spirit, same thing, that she was the best mom for me in this lifetime. And she's extraordinary. In addition, 14 months after I was born, my sister Colleen was born. So we're 14 months apart. We spent our lives together. We were very, very different. She was born really, really smart. Academia came really easy to her. She was much more fearless. She's adventurous and she's really willing to try new things. And that was her spirit. And she was always like that. I, on the other hand, was afraid, always saw the glass as half empty. Academia was an incredible struggle for me because I was diagnosed with severe dyslexia in the 2nd grade. And we were very opposites. However, she was always kind and loving and really wonderful to me. And I, on the other hand, was not so wonderful to her. I am so grateful for the almost 28 years I've lived alcohol-free. Because I've been able to own my part in my relationship with my beautiful sister Colleen and all of my other siblings as well. And Colleen was and is absolutely an earth angel that God sent to me because Colleen loves me so much and so deeply and always has. And she came into my life 14 months after I'd been here. And it wasn't until, my late 30s, early 40s to mid 40s that I realized that she was an angel sent by God for me to receive love from. I'm so grateful I finally did. Thank you, Colleen, for agreeing to be my earth angel. And I apologize for not receiving you as my earth angel sooner. I love you, and I am forever grateful to be a part of your life and to have you be a part of mine. Forever and ever and ever yours. As always, take the best for you and leave the rest. Who are your earth angels that you're potentially overlooking? the universe to reveal them to you in the perfect ways and in the perfect forms that resonates for you. And be willing to receive it. Have a really blessed day. I love you, Colleen.